Hi, this is iAllegedly. Welcome back. I'm Dan, and I've got a good one for you today because in economics, everything has a cost, guys. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have a sponsor today, Patriot Gold, and let's get right into it. State Senator in Massachusetts, Cindy Cream, has a brilliant proposal, and this is to limit the amount of miles that we can drive in a year. This will save on the environment, it will save on the roads, it will just make it so people will not be traveling too much. Okay, well, how many miles, Cindy? Doesn't say. But let's just do this. Let's limit our driving miles to and from our homes. And, Massachusetts roads are, way too polluted with traffic. And in 2023, we had 56 million miles driven on our roads. Sounds like commerce to me, but again, everything has a price. So with that price, she wants to stop people from traveling too far away from their houses and limit the number of miles that you can drive. And Mr. Conley, another state senator, he came up and he's going to co-support this bill. But again, there is no answer to this. There is no how many miles you can drive, where you're going, who with, all that stuff. They're concerned that by 2030, from 56 million, it's going to get to 59 million miles that are people going to drive on Massachusetts roads. And again, do you want to sell anything? Do you want people to eat at your restaurants? Do you want people to travel there? Want them to go to a Red Sox game? I guess not. Okay, I guess not. So it's funny. When my son lived in Rhode Island, he would drive to Massachusetts like it was the next town over, even though it was 90 miles away. Oh, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to stop that. Now, again, everything has a cost. The next one is the wackadoo state of Washington, D.C. What they want to do is, they want to get rid of speeding tickets. We had, last year we had 4 fatalities in one day. We need to stop this. And the best way to stop it is by making it so that, we can put speed governors in your car. So you cannot drive past a certain speed in the state of Washington is what they want to propose. Okay? Now you can sit there and think, that's great, Dan. No, it's unsafe, guys. What if you have to get someplace quickly? Okay? What if you have to get out of the way of somebody driving at you? No. The most that you can go is this. Now, with this speed system, we can also control your speed. That if we wanted to limit your speed or slow you down. See where this is going? You can do that too. Oh, okay. Well, that seems kind of crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, no, it's loony is what it is. It's absolutely loony. So you can't make this stuff up, guys, because when the stuff is proposed, there's always a follow-up question. I'm walking on the golf course. Remember, they did all that construction here over the course of the last 2 months. So it's nice to see this place done as I walk by over here. So anyways, it's kind of nuts. And the next thing is they want to propose no license. Think about how unsafe this is. You do not have to renew your license after the age of 50. Now, I love that idea because I'm past 50, guys. But what they want to do is they want to make it so that, why bother? They know how to drive. Okay, so what about vision? What about hearing? What about dexterity? What about your motor skills? Oh, Dan, I'm fantastic at 80, just like I was when I was 40. You know what I mean? How many people say stuff, nonsense like that? So, again, guys, everything has a cost. Okay? So, state of Washington's thing is there's going to be no speed cameras. You won't have to worry about those. We'll take all those down. So, because there will be no speeding, you won't be able to speed in the state of Washington unless you're not from this state. So, guys, where do you draw the line in this stuff? It really is crazy. So, they want to have the $500 rule in Pennsylvania. They want to see how this is going to work. That if you get $500 in fines, so think about it, guys. I've had tickets that were more than $500. If you have a ticket that's over $500, you lose your license. The idea with it is in one county alone, they have over $24 million in unpaid parking tickets. Well, this would make it so that those parking tickets would equate to you losing, your license and the inability to drive, and then we could seize your car, take it because you're a bad person, you know? So, you know, I did that story last month about this, you know, Washington, D.C. And again, have you noticed every municipality, guys, is out of money? Every municipality is not making money right now. Every municipality wants to figure out a way to get more from you. And the only way that they can do this is by charging you more or taxing you more or taking something away from you. Well, we'll take away your freedom to drive. Okay? So think about this. You want to have the lifetime license. It's going to cost you. There was the fee for that. I should have said that. You want to not have your driver's license again, get the 50-year license. There's a fee. It's expensive, but we're going to get that. So, you know, we want people on public transportation. We want people to go and use the trains. We want people to take buses. Now, when you ask 70% of the people from all walks of life, how do you feel about public transportation? You know what 70% of them say? It's unsafe. I don't want to go on that. Now, my son, who lives in the Boston area, hey, son, isn't there a train? Oh, yeah, the train's down the street. Well, why don't you take the train to work? Well, Dad, if I do that, I have to walk 2.5 miles. And by the way, it was 16 degrees out when we had this conversation. I can't do that. Okay, it's too cold at night. Plus, you know me, there's times that I get in, you know, hey, we want you to work this party late. Okay. And, you know, you'll get paid extra, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? You know, you're working late. You're going to get paid more, but then the train shuts off at what, 11:30 or whatever it is, 11:45. Anyways, just missed it by 15 minutes. So, speaking of everything has a cost, California is now in real trouble because the Fed stepped in with their high-speed rail problem. And the high-speed rail problem is interesting because they spent $6.5 billion, and don't have 1 inch of track laid. So with that being said, it's a mess, guys. It's an absolute disaster. So again, everything has a cost. It's a joke. It's a scam. And I think things like this are done so that politicians can get kickbacks and have things given to them, you know. But you want to talk about the environment. You want to talk about, I mean, you know, what about the Massachusetts crime? Do you not want people to travel to downtown Boston? Seriously, that's the question I want to ask everybody. Because don't you want to encourage this? Now, a 50-year license, I mean, some people like that. There's some states that have this, but man, they're cracking down. Montana's cracking down on this. I know a woman that, you know, her brother, who's just a degenerate, registered all his cars in Arizona to beat the registration fees in California. And then he gets pulled over multiple times and they go, "What are you doing here?" Well, a house in Tustin. Well, you said you live here in Arizona. So they're getting wise to this stuff, guys. And with getting wise, they're going to start fining people appropriately. So remember, everything has a cost. Okay? Let me know what you think so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Guys, think about this. The instability in the markets are here to stay for a very long time. Donald Trump is screaming to have interest rates cut. Will they? Who knows? But one thing that we do know is that gold and silver are going to continue to be the best hedge against inflation and against a bad market. Contact #1 rated Patriot Gold Group today. They will answer all your questions. Buying gold is very easy in these difficult times. 888-330-1431. Give them a call today. Have them answer all your questions. If you don't want to call, use the link below. They will send out a free investor guide. It's absolutely no obligation. But here are the facts about Patriot Gold Group. Over 10,000 transactions. They have done over $1 billion in sales. Have been #1 rated for over 9 years in a row with Consumer Affairs. They've got thousands of 5-star reviews. Contact them today, guys. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. 888-330-1431. Do it now before it's too late. Hey ladies, how are you? Are we seeing some improvements in the marketplace? Yes. No. Then you get a jobs report like this one where only 37,000 jobs were added in March. Well, that's terrible, guys. It's the lowest number in 2 years. Is this because it's real and we don't have the shenanigans of 172,000? Oh, now it's 125,000. Or is this just the sign of the times? Is it bad? Is it that bad? My favorite thing and favorite story in this video is dating. And for you women out there, don't go with a man to Mexico right now, because you could run the risk of being abducted. Hello, okay, that's a good sales pitch for you for Match.com. This is ridiculous, ladies. I'm telling you, if it seems weird, it is weird. If he seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Meet people the conventional way. Go to a group, like a running group, or a movie group, or a group of singles that get together. It's like, I dated a woman 2 years ago who ran a divorce recovery workshop, who was just smoking hot and ran this group. Everybody wanted to date her, but, you know, she had her own issues. But anyways, things like that. They did fun events, and she was just the party planner of all party planners, and that's what her job was. So don't risk your safety, okay, for Mr. Right, because he's not Mr. Right. He's a degenerate, okay? Again, another story. U.S. Embassy warns women not to go to Mexico to find love. No, 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 don't do it. Don't do it. Please, don't do it, okay? This is awesome. There is a burning cargo ship right now off the coast of Alaska. And the crew has abandoned the cargo ship, and there's 3,000 cars on it, and they've got EV cars caught on fire on this barge cargo ship. 3,000 cars, okay? Burn, baby, burn, okay? And those batteries just can't get put out. So again, how did it start? We don't know. Was it sabotage? We don't know. Are they going to push them into the ocean? We don't know. But they're trying to get help to the cruise ship. I keep saying that. The hell of a cruise. To the cargo ship. But again, guys, craziness. You've got, this thing is basically weeks away from the port it was supposed to go to, and there's 3,000 cars that are missing. Imagine that. Imagine you have a custom-built car ordered, and it's going to get sent from God knows where, and it's on fire right now. Oh, who pays for that? Can I file an insurance claim? I mean, come on, guys. It's ridiculous. But will they put this out? Who knows? Who knows? And again, I love that we don't hear much about it. It's like, shh, be quiet. It's no big deal. Okay? It's ridiculous, guys. So let me know what you think so far. Now, to continue this video, I want to tell you guys, I have a lot of people that send me stuff. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that take the time to email me. But one man in particular, Jesse, from Washington State, sends me newspaper clippings. And he and I have an agreement. He used to send me boxes of stuff. And I mean, literally, I've gone to my post office box, and it's been so heavy that I had to have them literally take a dolly and bring it to my car. But he sent me a batch of stuff that I want to go through with you guys. And I'm telling you, everything in here is absolutely solid gold, okay? So these are all from newspaper clippings. And first things first is that Washington State is planning on having a hike limit. So if you are a landlord, which used to be the greatest gig in the world, now they're going to limit the most that you can charge in a rental increase to 10%. Now, 5% for mobile homes. Now, you can sit there and say, oh, that's great, or oh, it's terrible. But I'm telling you, unless they kick somebody out, you can't reset the rent. Okay? Or if somebody moves, then you can reset the rent. So what do you think? That's a good thing or a bad thing? And again, everything has a cost. Remember that. Micro, he has the Micro Foundation. And another great headline. Let's do this without one-handed. The Micro Foundation is offering $2.5 million worth of different grants for people to go to trade schools. I'm telling you guys, everybody I know that runs their trade business has been incredibly successful. I know people that started out as electricians and then took that knowledge and now were vice president of XYZ because they dealt with customers and dealt with everything. But again, you can earn a very good living doing that. So look at that, okay? Next thing, this one's funny. The Peace Corps is needed more than ever. My son a year ago at summer, was dating this girl, and she's like, listen, I'd like to continue dating you, but I'm leaving to go to the Peace Corps. So my daughter and I have given Grant just a rash if he ever hears from Peace Corps girl at all. So needless to say, he hasn't, and she went and joined the Peace Corps, and I'm sure there's a lot of good jokes there, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm sure she's a lovely young woman, okay? So, but she joined the Peace Corps, so it's needed now more than ever. Oh, a record number of people have signed up for British citizenship. Think about this. In the year of 2025, January to the end of March, 6,618 people filed for British citizenship. And it's double what it used to be. And again, this is where the title came from. We can thank Jesse today for the title, because everything, economics and forwards, everything has a cost. And they say that the best state to live in the country for family stability is Utah. And Jesse lives in Washington. I think he's state 15 in Washington State. So again, guys, it's all relative. You know, what do you want to do? Okay, my nephew went to medical school in Washington State, loved it, did his residency there, but you know, could they earn a living there? Not really. Couldn't get a good gig as a resident there, but got lucky enough to get transferred back here to Southern California and starts July 1st. Vegas casinos are trying to woo young people again. You know, parties and good times. Vegas is not inexpensive anymore. You know, the days of the inexpensive buffet and the cheap entertainment and all that stuff is gone. I mean, you've got to have action. You've got to be Dan to go out there and get free rooms and things like that now, like you used to. And, you know, it's not what it used to be. It's just not. It's expensive, and they want you to pay to go there. So with that being said, you know, there's a lot to it. To sit there and make Vegas the Vegas of yesteryear. Will there be pool parties and stuff like that? Yes. Did the Flamingo just open up? Here's one, how to reverse aging. And they say that you need to have laughter and take care of yourself. I just had to chase all the newspapers across the street, but I want to finish it with this final story. And Jesse always says, this is a great story to end your video with. But the endangered young crane escaped the Issaquah Cougar Zoo, which I always thought, if I was a crane living in the Cougar Zoo, I wouldn't want to live there. Do not forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And you want to send me anything, it's hello@iallegedly.com. And Jesse, thank you. Okay, I'm glad we have our new agreement, because you're sending me better stuff, concise, in smaller packages, and I appreciate it. Okay? I'll see you guys very soon. Reach out anytime.